Panther Day. Aren't you excited?
You got some lipstick on your teeth.
Get it.
I mean, I don't feel.
Let's get it.
I can't drive anymore. There you go.
Did you get it? Yeah. So today is Black Panther Day. We're really excited. I'm really excited. I'm a huge Marvel DC fan, like massive. Babe is...
I mean, I like them. I mean, it's not like I don't like Marvel movies. I just not as excited as everybody else.
Well, I'm pretty
They
stoked.
can't see my face on that. I don't think.
Here. They can see you
Yeah,
now.
there you go.
Oh, so somebody wants to be seen today?
I mean, not that I want to be seen, but you know, you only show like half of my face.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna meet up with Sissy and her husband, and we're going to watch Black Panther. And then after that, Babe and I are gonna go to dinner. And
I want to change that plan.
what is the plan? What's the plan?
You know, I'm not hungry right now.
Yeah, but in 2 hours you may be.
You know, this weight loss thing is going on the right direction, so
Okay,
I think
so-
that I may be. You know,
Yeah. So just an update. Remember the last time that the last time that we did a vlog, I said that I was on Weight Watchers, and I would let you guys, I keep you guys posted. I am more or less the same weight. How much?
still look great, man.
Thanks, babe.
Look great.
How much weight have you lost?
A modest 5 pounds.
Oh, and he's not even on Weight Watchers. How exciting is that? Aren't you?
I'm so happy for him. I'm so
well,
happy for you.
Well, here's the truth. The truth is that I'm not on Weight Watchers.
Right.
But I'm not gonna lie, my wife was doing this little diet plan, and I sort of started to do it, you know, in a very subtle way that she didn't even recognize it. But I started making like these fruit smoothies
For
first thing
breakfast.
in the morning. I cut
Yeah.
down my breakfast to just oatmeal. I started to cook more since I am the chef anyway.
Oh, you cook more?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, is that a lie or something? Am I not
Oh, I
cooking
just didn't
tomorrow as
know.
well? I mean, did I not just buy groceries today?
Just didn't know.
Yeah, but you know, and I stopped stressing about it. You know, I just said, look, it is what it is. You know, you do the best you can, and that's
How
it.
convenient.
And the Lord just started to you know, work on my behalf. And
How convenient.
been working ever since.
Yeah, how convenient. Meanwhile, I have actually been trying to lose weight, and I'm not at 5 pounds. So we're gonna just keep, you know, going at it. It's starting to get warm outside, and when it starts to get warm outside, I feel like your body starts to get like, hey, let's start losing weight for real. So maybe that's my motivation now that it's gonna get warm outside.
Well, I mean, you've been doing the right process. It's just a matter of time for the results show up.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's an update on that.
So I'm winning, long story short.
Yeah, pretty much. So he's saying all that to say that you don't feel like you may not want to go out to dinner because it will be calories.
I mean, yes, and you know, fast food, a lot of salt, a lot of sodium,
Okay.
and you know, the weight
So-
just goes up. So you know, it's one of those things where I'm trending in the right direction, and I
Yeah.
want to keep it that way. And some people tell you, oh, you can just do what you want to do on the weekend. The devil is a lie. You cannot do that, because I'm telling you right now, all of that salt from fast food, all those calories, like Old Charlie's, for example. I like, well, is it Old Charlie's? No, it's Beef O'Brady.
Oh, that place.
I mean, now the food is great, but I mean the calories are just,
Yeah,
it's
like
everything.
14,000 calories.
Everything is like at least 1,400 calories.
Yeah,
So
it's good though.
it is good. That's the problem with food, is that it's good. Yeah.
It's good. Yeah. So, I mean, ladies, if y'all like your fiance, husband, boyfriend, they don't even really try to lose weight, and yet they lose weight faster than you do.
I stopped working out too, by the way.
Yeah, he did stop working out.
Get it, man. Ain't got time for that.
Okay, well, there's that. But he's not even trying. That was not one of his goals
I'm
that he wanted to.
trying.
But no, I meant like as far as like you really just hunkering down and like starving yourself almost so that you can reach.
Well, starving
and attain.
yourself does not work.
Well, obviously no, and I would never. So yeah.
So, me and my wife have been having a debate about gun control. First and foremost, it's a tragedy what happened in Florida.
Yeah.
I hate to see those mass shootings continue to happen. I don't want to get into our debate in detail, but I do think that the FBI, the CIA, these agencies, I think that they know this stuff, or they have enough intel to prevent this stuff. So regardless of what debate we have about gun control, I think that our federal government that knows everything we do needs to do a better job in situations like this. That's the bottom line. They had a lot of tip-offs. They could have prevented this, in my opinion. So no matter what we do for gun control, the government needs to step up and stop thinking about Russia. But it's very unfortunate, though.
Yeah.
And I want to also say something else. I don't think that it's right that we label everyone with a mental health issue by the actions of a few people. Because everyone with a mental health issue is not doing this.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should just make blanket statements about one demographic of people, because it's not everybody.
True.
I don't think that's fair.
True. So yeah, we've been talking about that. What else has happened in the past I think it's been 3 weeks, like I said, since we vlogged.
Yeah.
Babe has been really busy with work.
Yes, I have.
So he's been doing a great job. Very proud of you, babe.
Thank you. Thank you.
But it's been taking a lot out as far as like time. And so on weekends, he was working on the weekend as well. And then I had some dissertation stuff to do, and then I need to complete some other research projects that are pending before I graduate. So that was our #1 priority. This is what we set out to do, so I'm going to try to make it a point to vlog more. And also, we actually did make a video, y'all. We made a video like 2 weeks ago, and it was on such a great topic. It was 8 things that you should talk about, or ask 8 questions that you should ask on your first date. And we went into like the obvious and not so obvious questions. Fantastic video. I went and edited the video like 3 or 4 days later, and got to the very end of the video and realized that our camera froze, and it was audio but no picture, so our faces were stuck like this. It was really annoying. So I think we're gonna have to sit down and either refilm. I don't think we need to refilm. We may just refilm the end. So hopefully we can do that sometime this week. And then we're going to start editing, or not editing, but actually creating some videos rather, excuse me, with some other topics that we've been wanting to talk to you guys about. And eventually we'll get into like weddings, what to expect before you get engaged, all of those other good things that you should talk about.
Don't this guy see me turning right here? It's behind me.
I don't know, but these people are going kind of slow.
Yeah, they are, but you know, I guess run me off the road because the guy in front of me is going slow, I guess.
So yeah, I think that's it. I will let you guys know, of course, how Black Panther is, because
we need to be real critics of this movie. We need to be real critics, though, like real critics.
Well,
like I'm hearing everybody talk about this movie, how great it is, and all
and
of
it's
that.
probably going to be
and listen,
awesome.
I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying, can we be critics of this movie? Because I'm going to be a critic of this movie. I'm going to watch it with an open mind and not just say this is going to be a great movie because it's Black Panther. So I'm going to really watch this movie, and I'm going to give you a real perspective of how good or bad this movie really is. But I expect great things.
I do too, just to be honest. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're going to meet Sissy and her husband pretty soon. Okay, we're back in the car. So, babe, what were you saying?
Oh, I'm a critic. And I was thoroughly impressed with Black Panther. I think the movie was action-packed. It had a great storyline. It kept a very, very good pace. There was never like a dull moment.
I would agree with
It
that.
also had a hint of, it had sarcasm, it had humor. I mean, it was just a very, very, very well-rounded movie. I love seeing that movie. I was thoroughly impressed. And I'm not one that's easy to impress when it comes to movies, but it was
really good.
It was really good. I gotta give credit to the director, to the writer, to the actors. I mean, the costumes. I mean, it was.
Okay, we're back. My phone lost storage really fast. What were you gonna say about women?
Oh, I mean, the women. I mean, I need to learn these women's name. I mean, I was thoroughly impressed. But I mean, because the women, if you look at this movie,
Yeah.
the women were holding it down. They were doing more than holding it down. They were like They were the backbone. They were in the front.
They were getting
the
it.
women were getting it. I mean, it was a very, very strong storyline and a very, very unique way to work. These women were black. They were powerful. They were fighters. I mean, they were out front. I mean, these weren't just no submissive, just, you know. I mean, these women were great. I mean, I was really impressed.
Yes. It reminded me of Wonder Woman. I think.
Yeah, Wonder Woman was good.
Yeah.
But you had like a bunch of Wonder Woman in this.
It was the majority. I mean, these women were getting it. So that was pretty good. Not pretty good. It was awesome, actually. So.
Yeah. But I was really impressed. I've been saying this. I think we don't lack talent. I think we lack opportunity in terms of movies like that. Mm-hmm. So I was just very happy to see a movie that was very well rounded, had a superhero theme to it with a great storyline. I mean, I was impressed.
I was too. It was great.
Really, really impressed.
I'm gonna go see it again. Like,
I can't see movies twice.
Well,
I can't see movies twice.
I guess I'll be going solo dolo.
Solo?
Just kidding. Probably gonna go with Mom and Dad.
Yeah. Your dad would like to see that?
We'll have to make him like it.
You gotta get them tickets for free or something.
Yeah.
So right now I'm in the dressing room and I am going to walk out 4 for 4. I can guarantee you my wife walked in at the same time and she had about, I think, 6-7 things. I bet you that she only is going to select about 2 of them, if any. I bet you will.
What's that about?
You ended up with how many?
2.
I told you that she would end up with 2.
What do you mean?
I told them that you went in there with about 7. You walk out with 2.
I did 5.
Yeah, 5.
Sarcastic. Yep. So this is a quick actual video. Well, it's a quick video.
You know, why wouldn't we say stuff? I have a bad habit too. You know, when you say something to somebody, we have a bad habit, I know I do, of saying stuff like, I got a quick question. Why can't you just say you got a question? I say it all the time. It's like I have to say quick instead of question to make it flow better. I don't know, but I always say, I got a quick question. And you're like, why? You know, that's something that I say. I know that you say it. And it's just like, it's pointless. But
okay, are we done?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so what I was going to say is...
I mean, you didn't say it like that. I mean...
Can we stop and see one?
I'm not... I mean, the way I don't want to get out.
Anyway, so this was actually at one of our... I think it was our second date. We looked at houses. We're going to talk about that in a video eventually, but... What? I was what?
Just in my pocket.
I was. Low-key. So
you
yeah.
did it on purpose. Don't even
I didn't do it on purpose, but it ended up happening the way that it did, and I'm glad that it did. Because I realized that we both have the same tastes.
Yeah. Man, beware of that.
Oh, what is that supposed to mean?
Just trying to say, just beware of that.
Oh, okay. Trying to say I'm expensive?
Women, men, just like I said, beware of that.
Okay. Yeah, I sure would have liked to have seen.
You are expensive, though.
A house. Gone inside one. I'm not that expensive.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Okay, you are. See, you're not expensive in terms of like, oh, I want you to go and buy me a Fendi and Prada, but you are expensive in terms of lifestyle, just, you know, quality of life. You know, you're expensive.
Oh, okay.
What, you don't think so?
Well, I'm sure, yeah.
You know who you can thank for that?
Rhonda.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
Yep. Yep.
We're over here in this new development. Yeah, I don't have anything else to say. Hopefully we can go inside one.
I mean,
it's kind of bumpy.
Yeah. But, you know, can I get the camera back on me again?
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I rarely talk on these videos.
Okay.
It seems as if sometimes my wife talks more than me.
No, that's a lie.
But back to our first date. Second date, one of the dates. We did go and we did look at houses. And I was looking at neighborhoods. See, at the time, I was illiterate in terms of housing market. I didn't know what I was looking at. But those houses had to be like over $500,000 houses. See, so I didn't know what I was looking at. So guys, before you do that, some of you may watch this video and be like, I'm gonna do the same thing. You need to really look at the neighborhood and get a good understanding of how much this stuff costs before you go look at it. Now, I still want to live in one of those houses, and it's not because I'm, vain or conceited. I just think that a house is a great investment, and I think that you're gonna spend a lot of time at the house. So I think, why not have a nice house? But we did do that, and it was a great thing for us because we did establish the fact that we liked the same type of things, and that's important. We both like our houses to look a certain kind of way. I was the visionary that found our house.
Okay.
It was me.
Okay.
It was me. It was revealed to me first.
Okay.
And I found the house, and my wife didn't see it first. Now, that's a lesson for some of you, man. Your wife won't see things first, but God gave you the vision, and you should see it first. And
God gave you the vision first?
well,
He only
like
speaks
that.
to you?
No, that's not necessarily true. I'm not going to go that far. But,
Okay.
But seriously though, when you're hunting for a house, it's almost like, see, when you're planning for a wedding, it's actually pretty easy as a man because you don't do anything. Pretty much the woman dictates the wedding. You may have a little bit of an input, but normally weddings are planned by the bride. But when you're looking for a house, I think you really find a lot out about each other, because you really do have to come to an agreement. Do you see things the right way? And you may see things a certain kind of way, but financially, is what you're seeing aligning with your finances? So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, and I can tell you that us searching for a house actually was a blessing because we continued to have that teamwork and be on the same page. But
So do you think that our second date of going and looking at houses kind of prepared us for that?
no, I don't think so. I don't necessarily think it prepared us for that, because it's different to go from a conversation of looking at a house to look at the financing of the house. Because see, that's really, to tell you the truth, I think that you need to sort of establish, if you were to go on a date and you were to look at houses, first of all, it has to be something that you both are just interested in. I'm interested in nice houses. She's interested in nice houses. So it just worked out. But I would say the date that was the most important date for us was when we sit down, when we actually started to talk about the financial side of what we can afford. Because that dictates really what you're going to be looking for in a house.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And that's when, you'll find out a lot about each other, during that time. Finances reveal character.
They do. Because I've heard a lot of people that the home ownership process becomes very difficult. And that husband and wife end up fighting during that time.
Yeah.
And ours was not like that at all.
No, it wasn't that at all. And I think it was because we both understood what our price range was when we saw that we could not find what we wanted. First of all, we went very conservative on our first round. What I mean by that is, we went way below what we actually could afford. We also only went off of one income instead of thinking about two people.
Which is a very, very smart, wise decision.
Yes.
For you guys that are out there that are thinking about purchasing a home, you should base it off of one income.
Yeah, because we also thinking long term. You got to think about having kids one day. You got to project forward. You got to think about inflation. You got to think about having kids. You got to think about layoffs, or you just got to think forward. You just can't think of, can I afford this today? You got to think, can I afford this 15 years from now? You got to think forward. But our first round, we went very conservative on our budget, and we started to look, and we had a very great realtor, Carrie Richardson. And the great thing about it is that I'm in management, so I understand the value of, if you want somebody to help, you got to put them in a position to help. So I'm saying all that to say that she could have kept trying to find houses for us, but she was not going to find what we were looking for with the budget that we gave her. So we went back to the drawing board. We gave her a bigger budget. So I would say that if you're looking for a house, you got to think about it. Everybody's looking for a steal. Everybody's looking for a deal. So you got everybody that's looking for the same thing. So you just have to, at some point, decide to give that realtor the tools they need to help you do the job.
Yeah.
So,
I agree. And we're going to do a video, sit down and actually do a video about this, because I think it's really important for you to talk about finances and talking about purchasing a home based off of one income, and then eventually doubling up once you feel as though you've put enough money aside as far as savings is concerned, and you can start paying the house off that way, or your mortgage off that way. Anything else, babe?
I would say, like, when you're dating, start thinking about it now. Like, we drove literally on our second date and looked at houses. We looked at houses several times. I even had my parents come down and they looked at houses with me. So, like, dream. I would say, like, dream. Start to drive in neighborhoods that you can see yourself being in. And even now that we bought a house, we're still driving in neighborhoods that we want to see ourselves in. Because it keeps reminding you of, because I think a home is just extremely important. If I'm going to spend most of my time when I get off from a very hectic world, when I have kids, when I come home and see my wife, I want to come to something that I can be proud of. So just start to think about it now. Don't wait. I think a lot of times when you're dating, you do a lot of useless stuff. You really don't think about it. But when you're dating, a house is a major investment. You got to think about how you want to tackle that. So just have to think about it now. Start to get that thing in your mind and your spirit. That way, when the time comes up, you've already begun to look at the market and see what you're willing to spend and think about your budget and all that good stuff. So just dream. Don't, get out and drive and see nice neighborhoods and look at the cost of how much those houses cost.
Yeah, and that'll help you with the talk about finances ahead of time, so that you're not like, it's not something that's a surprise at the end. And then also it does help I think it's good to dream. I think you can be content with where you are and still dream. There's nothing wrong with that at all. So
yeah, I agree. I think what she just said was very important. Some people would say, well, you just bought a house, hadn't even been a year, why are you looking for another house already? We're not looking for another house. We're just seeing that there's levels to life, and some people have graduated to higher levels, and it's good to just see those things to let you know that, you got to continue to work for more. And it is being content with what you have, taking care of what you have, but I think there's a happy medium between being content where you at, which I think is extremely important, not trying to always grab the next big thing, but at the same time thinking of the future.